guys, so today we have a mini tea, which I haven't done in so long. I miss these so much because I just enjoy having little conversations about little things happening on the internet. Because of the whole Tati without a crystal ball situation, I've just built up a collection, a list of different topics that have happened in the last like 2 weeks. So let's just get into it. Some of these might be a little bit older, some of these might be newer, but I'm just trying to catch you guys up with everything that's happened in between my videos on Without a Crystal Ball and Tati and, you know, everything else. YouTube has been unsubscribing people, so scroll down, make sure you're subscribed. If you're new, subscribe, hit that bell, make sure it's on all rather than personalized. Social media links, beauty channel will be in the description. Let's just get into it. So today's video is actually kindly sponsored by Adam and Eve, which I'm always very grateful for because I love working with them. So if they want to keep on working with me, that will be amazing. So Adam and Eve is offering you guys 50% off if you go on adamandeve.com and use code Angelika. Just some talking points in case you need more persuading, apart from the 50% discount that you're getting. 20% of profits go to fighting HIV around the world. They have 24/7 customer service, have been around for about 50 years now. Always discreet packaging and 90-day hassle-free return, so you don't have to worry about anything. If you don't like it, send it back, but I know you'll like it and you're getting your 50% discount. So remember to go on adamandeve.com and use code Angelika for 50% off your first item with free shipping to US and Canada. Some exclusions apply. And yeah, let's get into the tea. There is this story about Jeffree Star being sued by Anna Nicole Smith's estate. So Anna Nicole has actually passed away, but obviously she has an estate that takes care of everything to do with copyright and people not taking advantage of the fact that she's not here to control her name and her likeness, and so that people don't make money from her name or her likeness. So Jeffree Star has created a shade for his line. I believe there's like lipsticks, lip liners, maybe eyeliners as well, in the shade Anna Nicole. And it's supposed to be in that classic red that she wore. So there is an article by Blast that says Jeffree Star sued by Anna Nicole Smith's estate over makeup line. So Jeffree Star is being accused of using Anna Nicole Smith to promote his makeup, and now her estate is coming after him. According to court documents obtained by The Blast, the estate of the late Anna Nicole Smith is suing Jeffree Star Cosmetics. The lawsuit was filed in Los Angeles Superior Court. In the lawsuit, the estate explains they own the intellectual property rights, including all rights of publicity associated with the legendary model and actress Anna Nicole Smith. They obtained the rights to Anna Nicole Smith after her passing on February 8th, 2007. So the estate accuses Jeffree Star Cosmetics of using Anna Nicole's name, image, and likeness to advertise, for sale, and sell its different commercial products. Anna Nicole's estate recently discovered Jeffree is selling a lipstick called Anna Nicole and using Anna Nicole's name, also using her signature red color. They accuse him of using her likeness on the marketing/packaging materials. The plaintiffs say Jeffree never obtained permission from the estate to use Anna Nicole on his products. Despite this, they claim he sold numerous products with her name. It's apparently one of his best sellers as well, which is yikes. Further, nor did defendant pay or offer to pay plaintiff compensation for the commercial use, such as rights, let alone compensation with the substantial commercial value of using Anna Nicole Smith's name, image, and likeness. The lawsuit says Jeffree is also selling an Anna Nicole lip liner/eyeliner. The estate points out the product was so popular it sold out on Jeffree's website. The suit points to Jeffree saying publicly the product is a top selling of all time product. Anna Nicole Smith's estate is seeking unspecified damages. They want the court to order Jeffree to turn over all profits he made from the sale of Anna Nicole Smith's products. Jeffree has yet to respond to the lawsuit. So that's the story with Jeffree Star being sued by Anna Nicole Smith estate, and I think it's deserved in the sense that she has passed away, but it doesn't mean you can just take her name and advertise a product without consulting it with the people closest to her or the people that are in charge of her name and who she is. He's clearly using someone famous to market a product, and there should be some kind of compensation for that, or at least he should have gotten permission, which he didn't, which is where the issue arises. So Jeffree Star has also now been seen at TJ Maxx/TK Maxx and Marshalls after he was shading KVD a few years back for having the same situation. Someone posted a video of TK Maxx or TJ Maxx, one of those, or Marshalls, okay, one of those, where there was like a bulk order coming in, like bulk amounts of his makeup going into those stores. So I think someone might not be selling too well. I also went on Beauty Bay today and his whole line is 30% off, including his newest palettes. Like, it just says 30% off all Jeffree Star Cosmetics products. Karma comes back to you. What goes around comes around. So when you're being petty and mean to people, aka KVD when he was like, oh, look at them in Marshalls, that could never be me. Now look, it's you. It's you! Jeffree Star also recently launched his new palette. It's like a green palette, and he filmed a promotional video for it. And people had a lot to say about it. First of all, it was demonetized for blood, nudity, or something like that, because he was nude and a few models were in the bathtub. So he got demonetized for that. He was like, I'm gonna call Google, and I think it stayed demonetized. So let's not call Google. And then people also mad at the swatches, how it looked very unnatural. It was filmed so far away. It seemed like he was hiding stuff. It seemed like he didn't know the shade of his own products. And then he filmed a second video where he actually like did swatches and, you know, explained stuff because he realized just people went into that video. So that was a lot of like drama to do with Jeffree Star there. So Spill Sesh actually tweeted out a while back saying, every time I talk about the Dolans, people want to come for me as if I'm digging. But let me just say this, don't start drama if you don't want people talking. They never cleared James's name after Jeffree's accusations, but they can joke and put it in their latest vlog. Seems wrong. And James Charles liked that tweet. I agree with this. I think the Dolan twins have quite a young fan base that doesn't really understand stuff, but they never cleared James's name. He seems to be innocent, but they never cleared his name when he was getting dragged through the internet, through the mud. And then they still make jokes about it in their vlogs to like stir up the drama. But then when people call them out for the drama, they're like, oh, we don't want to take part in the drama. And it's like, you can't be here and there. You have to pick a... Oh, it's my puppy making noises in her sleep. Sweetheart. You have to pick a side. Are you in the drama or are you out of the drama? Make up your mind and then stick with it. Then Bryce Hall tweeted out saying, all these influencers going/throwing parties on Halloween right now while a pandemic is going on. Shake my head, insensitive. He's doing this for attention. He is doing this for attention, 100%. He wants to just piss people off for attention. I hate it. 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 Because he was one of the biggest people throwing parties. He was throwing massive parties for hundreds of people pretty much every other day, going to restaurants. Even Ariana Grande called out all of these influencers and was like, do you guys have to go to a restaurant right now? Like, do you have to go to a restaurant and take pictures for Instagram? You can't just stay at home. And then he did an interview where he said Ariana Grande did that, like dragged TikTokers, Ariana Grande dragged TikTokers for attention because she was releasing an album. Ariana Grande can sell an album without ever even promoting it. She just put it on Spotify and it will do a thing. She does not need your fame. Really doesn't. Recently, Jaclyn Hill posted a story where she had like lipstick on and she was talking and someone DM'd her saying, okay, but what lipstick is this? And she said, so many questions about my lip color last night. You will have to wait till next year to find out, which I'm assuming she's re-releasing her lipsticks. I want this to go well for her. I really do. I think her highlighters went well, but there wasn't really much hype around them because obviously people were kind of turned off, but I heard they're really amazing. I'm so confused as to why they were limited edition because that's such a staple product. Like, highlighters are such a staple product. Like, base complexion is always so staple. I wish she kept those highlighters as permanent and had them going until she's able to release more stuff. But I think if she manages to nail these lipsticks and find a better lab, but keep the formula, because I heard the formula was really good. It's just obviously what was in the formula wasn't great. So if she can find a good lab, but keep the same formula or a similar formula and keep the same shade range, I think this could really do well for her. If these lipsticks come out, I'm going to review them on my second channel because I think that would be really fun to just go through them and see if they're okay. But I'm really rooting for her. I don't hate Jaclyn. I think she's fine. She just makes a lot of mistakes and she lies a bit and she doesn't hold herself accountable. But she's not that problematic. Like, in the grand scheme of things, yes, lipsticks, palettes, her launches are kind of... But compared to people like Jeffree Star and Dawson, I know the standards are literally on the floor. They're so low. But if you're better than Jeffree Star, then I'm like, you're not an awful human being. I'm rooting for her, you know? Like, those lipsticks look amazing. Like, I want them to work out. But this time, I want smooth launch, no outside stuff in the lipsticks. And if something goes wrong, accountability from the get-go. No lies. No making up stuff, you know? Just pure like transparency. Also about Jaclyn Hill, she recently posted on her Instagram stories that she was sent this t-shirt that said like 2020 is still better than my first marriage, and obviously John Hill saw that. Well, he was sent it apparently, and he was going off on Instagram in the comment section basically just saying like, whenever she talks about me it's fine, but the moment I joke about her I'm being sent, you know, messages to delete stuff. Apparently he was asked to sign an NDA, which I'm not shocked about. He's not famous, she is. Well, I know he was in a band, but she's definitely more famous than he is, so for her to sign an NDA is completely valid. I wonder what you guys think about this. Like, does she have a right to shade her ex on her social media platforms when people do know who he is because he was present on her channel? Like, does that make it worse? Does that make it okay? Like, what do you guys think about this? Shane Dawson recently went on his Instagram stories and basically celebrated his 1-year anniversary of the Conspiracy launch. So he posted a few things like, last year today was one of the best moments of my life and I think about it almost every day. Thank you at Jeffree Star for believing in me, and thank you to everyone who made the time so special. I'll never forget it. Our baby, seeing our baby for the first time, our photo shoot day, one of my favorite days ever. At Lipstick Nick made me feel so confident that day. day, one of my favorite pics ever. This one always made me laugh, haha, not sure what we are doing here. Launch day, first time seeing it in store, my mom outside of a store, first time I saw someone holding it in their hands, first review I saw of it, my trainer getting one, seeing our photos set up in the store, seeing our baby in the store, seeing you guys and a brick, feeling so proud and grateful, then a picture of him and Jeffree. My back looks fat, but I don't even care. This moment is top 3 best moments of my life. Then a picture of all of them, the end of an incredible day. Sorry for all the pics, just feeling emotional and sentimental tonight. I'll be back soon, I promise. He said that last time he posted on Instagram. Thanks for going down memory lane with me. Hope you had an amazing and safe Halloween. Sorry, one more, haha, seeing sample for the first time. Kay, sorry, last thing, I promise. Barry wanted to remind you to vote. He says it's very important. Kay, I'll go home. And yes, he can speak all those languages. Barry 2024. His running mate, Jerry. Yes, I got another best statue, leave me alone. It's been a rough year. I want to know what he means by he's coming back soon. Like, what is soon? Is it 2021? Like, is he going to have like a series or something? I don't know, but I want to know when he's going to be back, why he's coming back, what he's going to do to come back. Like, I just want to know everything. So also regarding Jeffree Star's new launch, Trend Mood had a lot to say about it. If you want like your self-esteem to plummet, just post something on Trend Mood, like release some makeup and let Trend Mood post it, and you're going to hear what people have to say. So this was about someone else's brand. I'm actually not sure whose. Again, y'all are never going to be satisfied and don't understand that basically every shade has been done and packaging is hard to make an original idea. Instead, why don't we be happy for her instead of being rude? And someone said, right, people in Trend Mood's comments section are always so negative about everything. And Jeffree gets himself involved and goes, stop making excuses. Packaging is hard to make an original idea. Got it. Maybe don't make a brand if you can't think of anything new. And then someone says, you'll want to talk. There's a dupe for basically every palette you've made by Colourpop, aside from packaging, but I forgot. No one can do it better than you. And he says, you sound really angry. And they're like, you're calling your first liquid lips and Beauty Killer original? Please, they were in basic component packaging when you first started off. And then they replied to him saying, it's not that serious. There's space for everyone in the beauty community. Interesting. Very interesting. Then there was some tea with, so there was the elections in America and obviously Biden kind of won. I think he's winning or he won. I'm so unaware of American politics. Like everyone's saying that he won, but then some people are saying that it's still like up for debate and that it might change, but I don't think it will. Like I think that's like solid now. Biden has won. But because I'm so unaware, I'm just like, I hope he won. Fingers crossed. And I know America's been really going through it right now. So I'm so glad that there is like a light at the end of the tunnel where it's like, well, we might come out of this much better than we came in. But on the day that he was elected officially, kind of when people are like, oh, he won, Emma Chamberlain deactivated her Twitter account, and it was because there was this screenshot that came out where people apparently looked her up and said that she leans more Republican. There's like these like apparently websites we can check what someone's kind of registered as, like Republican or Democrat. She then deactivated and went on her Instagram and basically just said like, I usually don't respond to drama and lies, but I had to address this. Like it's a wonderful day. I love all of you. Let's not, talk about this. On my second channel, when I was doing my makeup, I don't know when that video is going to be out. It's probably going to be out Sunday or Saturday. I don't know. I spoke about the fact that a lot of YouTubers or bigger people on the internet have been deactivating their Twitters and just basically getting rid of their Twitters or not using them as much because Twitter is mental. The way fake news spreads is insane. Like there is actually no proof that Emma Chamberlain is Republican. That post could have been faked by someone. Like until she explicitly says, yes, I'm Republican, there's no way to know. However, people had an issue with the fact that she didn't promote Biden. I think people kind of expect people to speak up, like mainly when you live in America. Obviously, when you don't live in America, we're like, for example, me in the UK, I'm just unaware of American politics. I'm not even gonna try and get into that conversation. Of course, Biden 2020, I'm glad he won and I'm so happy for you guys, but also have no clue how your politics work. So I'm not even gonna try and like educate people on politics because I'm not educated myself. But if you live in America, it's obviously a lot easier for you to talk about it and promote it to your audience. She didn't. That's kind of a personal choice, but at the same time, people were kind of disappointed that she didn't, use her influence to get people to vote. And obviously that screenshot could have been faked. People said it was fake. She didn't disprove it, but she also didn't prove it. She just said, let's just be happy about today. H3H3 posted a content court on the Ace family with a lot of stuff they've been doing. Obviously, Trisha Paytas has been calling them out. They've been called out for, obviously, the Catherine clip where he was shouting at her. And then with the H3H3 content court, he went through from the start to the end. The basketball charity matches where they didn't donate as much as they said they would. A few just like them stealing ideas from people. The ski jet situation. Obviously the clip now, they like spoke about everything. And basically the content court is about like YouTubers that Ethan clearly finds like super problematic. So he like really wants to put a spotlight on them. It's kind of like Content Cop. Was that what it was called? Content Cop by iDubbbz. Kind of like that, but Just not. Content cop. Amanda Ensing recently posted a video which was called What's Next for America? Iced Coffee and Inspiration, where she basically says she's Republican, that she voted for Trump, that anyone that didn't vote for Trump is basically uneducated and needs to stop believing everything they read on the internet because they're uneducated. The like to dislike is really bad, like really bad. She brings religion into it a lot. She said she did, I believe, like politics in some way, shape or form at uni. And then she said she would reference stuff in the description. I'm like losing my voice. She would reference stuff in description to prove her points about Republicans, Democrats, that kind of a thing. And then all that she had in her references was TikToks. If you have to use TikToks as a reference for you educating people on stuff, then you're not educating people on stuff. TikToks are not a form of education. If she had linked some actual like unbiased, good sources, I would have been like, yes, cool, great. Not great because you're voting for the wrong people, but fine. The fact that she, you know, she referenced TikToks of all things. Anyway, she brought her religion into it a lot. I'm not a fan of religion. Well, I'm not a fan of organized religion. I'm a fan of faith. You can be faithful and stuff, you can believe in stuff, but I'm not a fan of organized religion because I think it makes people make really stupid decisions. Like, I think the fact that Poland and America are both the way they are and they make the decisions that they make about legal stuff is all purely based on religion. So in Poland right now, they banned abortions, and that's purely a religious choice. Poland's very Catholic. They're very backwards as well. I'm Polish, by the way, just in case anyone's like, oh, you're being mean to Poland. Yes, because I'm Polish, I'm allowed to be mean to them. Like, I love Poland, but at the same time, they're so backwards. Why are they so backwards? The government in Poland is basically ran by the church. It's just how it works. And I think America's also very religious still. They're very Christian, and there's a lot of Christian beliefs that are in the legal system and in the way politics works in both of those countries. And I don't think that's the way it should be, because not everyone is religious, and legal matters should not be resolved by using religion. So that was a thing that people were angry about, obviously, because it's something that people are very passionate about. But on top of that, she then went into the comment section and started hearting comments that were like super discriminatory. So there was something about same-sex marriage. Someone said something against same-sex marriage and she hearted it. And I was just like, this is why people don't like Republicans. Like, it's not necessarily like a politics thing or people not being able to have their own opinions. It's a matter of human rights. Like, that was so gross, like so gross. Coincidentally, the video before that was called The Art of Being Unbothered, and I think there's just no way of changing her mind. Like, she's got her mind, we've got our minds, let her have her mind. If we just don't watch her videos and don't give her the views, she'll go away, it's fine. But she also posted Instagram stories where she was like, I was sent down to like send you guys this prophecy and make sure that everyone knows about Trump. And I was just like, that's insanity. That is insanity. You're what? She was like, yeah, I've done my like due diligence now. I'm like, fine. I did my job. I did what I was sent down here to do. I just told you guys about Trump and I think we're fine now. I've done my duty. It's like, no, your duty is to care about other human beings. And her Twitter is a dump. It's a mess. I hate it. So she said, identity politics is wrong. Claiming any race or ethnicity to a certain party is disgusting. Telling someone based on their race or ethnicity that they can't vote for something is gross. You're saying that they're incapable of making their own decisions. Telling someone they aren't their skin color or ethnicity because you don't agree with their political choice is hilarious. It only pushes people further to the other side. Now hear me out. I don't think you should be invalidating someone's identity or their race or their ethnicity. However, if you're a black woman in America and you know that Trump is the way he is, like, is it a good decision to vote for him? Because he's clearly against you, and I think to get someone like that put back into the government is just not a good idea. The same goes for people from Mexico. You know, he's been so adamant on building a wall and blaming everything on illegal immigrants, and if you're Mexican, it's just not a good idea to vote for him because he's clearly not got your best interest at heart. So that's just my opinion on it. But I'm never going to be like, oh, you voted for Trump, you're not Mexican. But I'm just saying, like, you have to think about, like, is this person for or against you? For example, I would never vote for the Conservative Party in the UK because they're so against immigrants. And I am an immigrant. My parents are immigrants. I wasn't born here. And I just think it would be against who I am as a human being to vote for them, right? It's like the reason why I didn't vote for Brexit, because I am an immigrant. And Brexit is mainly to get immigrants out. And I am an immigrant. So even though I'm allowed to stay here because I came here legally, that doesn't make me any less of an immigrant. And the fact that there is a policy that is being voted on that is purely done against immigrants means I'm not going to vote for it because it's against me as a human being. So that's just my idea on identity politics. Then someone says, if the existence of a problem is part of someone's identity, they become very threatened by the idea of that problem being resolved and they may behave in sabotage behaviors. And then someone says, I was wrong about the Democratic Party, hashtag walk away. It's like a video about why they're not Democrats anymore. Then she says, there's a very clear distinction between those people and the real deal, like MLK. Someone like MLK actually had a vision situation for a time in the future where that problem wouldn't be there. And then someone said, if I'd known Biden was open to lockdowns as he now states, which is something historically unprecedented in any pandemic and a terrifying practice, one that won't ever end because elites love it, I would never have voted for him. And she quote tweets and says, the dumbest thing I've read. He told you and we tried to tell you, but you were too concerned with bad orange man CNN told you about. You know, Australia has had a lot of lockdowns and they're on like 0 cases a day. Why don't we take like clues from people that are actually doing it well rather than taking clues from people that aren't doing it well? America and the UK aren't doing it well. Australia's doing it well. So how about we copy them? Then she goes, faith over fear. Then she says, this is not about who wins. It's about transparency and integrity within the system. The MSM claiming a win that isn't constitutional, all the while votes are still being counted, is concerning to say the least. We deserve the truth. Can't say you voted for decency when Biden has accepted a premature win while knowing there could be fraud and our votes are still being counted. It's not only unconstitutional, it's the opposite of decent. Say what you want, but Trump told the truth. The first speech Biden gave as elect was a lie. He knew no one would know what the Constitution actually says. His goal was to convince America with help from MSM that he won, so if fraud proves him wrong, people would divide even more. There is a tweet saying Kamala Harris proposes housing plan where everybody gets free 10 by 10 room and 3 meals a day. Now, the Babylon Bee is a satirical website. Like, they post really outrageous articles as satire. And if you go on their like FAQ page, it'll say we're a satirical page, like nothing on here is true. And she goes, sincerely yours, socialism. And then she like takes screenshots and she like highlights bits of the article that she thinks are like outrageous. It's like, so families with clean, safe, secure concrete room, armed guards, 3 meals a day. Truly, I can think of no better place for these people to be contained. To live, said Kamala Harris, smiling and taking pictures outside the facility. No one is more deserving of going to the big house. High walls, barbed wire, keep a watchful eye, cell blocks. Like, she thinks this is real. She thinks this is real. And this is what I mean by misinformation. She's on her video saying, guys, don't believe everything. Not everything is true. And she's literally reposting a satirical page. That's true news, guys. Then she like posts like a fan cam of Trump and it's like, God will remain in control forever. I'm losing my mind. Be an Esther, bold and courageous enough to stand for the truth, to voice your opinion and fight for the good of others, even when it means to sacrifice yourself. If God has put you in position, it is for a purpose. Never be afraid to heed to that inner voice. So then she also tweeted out that the last week has revealed so much. If I was petty, I would release every influencer who called and texted me who didn't vote for Biden, but is lying about it now or staying quiet. The fact several unfollowed me but voted for Trump is sad. This week, the fake were purged. It's ironic that many of these people unfollowed. I was the one to text/check up on them, show them grace, throw them mistakes and drama. Meanwhile, I practice my freedom of speech and to vote, and they cower. Don't come to me when they turn on you. I'll be in my lane, leveling up. And then she also says, PSA to those who unfollowed, remove me from your brand's PR list. You made this personal. By brands, I mean the influencer brands that unfollowed me personally but still want me to sell their product. Influencer brands. Who has influencer brands? Hold on. So under that tweet, right, it says, girl, tell us who they are. And they replied saying, well, she still follows Jaclyn Hill, Patrick Star, and Christine Dominique. Okay, I'm just gonna... Some tea or shade has been found on her Twitter account. So someone then tweeted out saying Amanda Ensing is a beauty influencer with millions of followers across social media who revealed she voted for Trump. Beauty brands are not unfollowing her but still want her to sell their products, and the beauty community is now attacking her. Please give Amanda your support. And she said karma never loses an address. And it's crazy. Apparently she tweeted this out, which is absolute insanity. Are you kidding me? What? And James Charles goes off on Instagram once again after Instagram makes yet another unnecessary update to their platform. Instagram, are you not noticing that people are just not using your platform that much anymore? Is it just me? I don't know. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, comment down below anything you want to comment down below, and subscribe because I post videos every time something happens. Hit that bell, you'll be notified when that's happening. Social media links, beauty channel, affiliate links, any other links in the description. I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.